I sat back and watched this man become president the first time. And to be honest with you, I didn't think he was going to do a bad job. As before he became president. During his race for becoming the president, the man really had no policies. He's making them as he go. But there was really no policies. The border wall, ooh, that's not a policy. The American people paid for that. That was a promise. He said Mexico was going to pay for that. Did Mexico pay for it? No, it came out of our tax-paying dollars pocket. You see, I sat quiet and I said, just like many of you said, I'm not going to worry about it. He's not going to go off the hinge. He's just talking. Just talking. So those 4 years that he was in office, he didn't really do anything for the less of people. I'm talking about people that does not have millions of dollars laying around. I'm talking about working class people, blue collar people, poor people, people who don't have as much as others. Those people I'm talking about. That man doesn't care nothing about those people. And the people that serve this country, our military, he doesn't care about them either. Now, granted, I did think that he was going to do a good job. But like I said in another video on TikTok, is that I had this cold feeling that came over me. And I ignored that cold feeling. And I didn't say anything. So I was just like the rest of these people out here, kind of just laid back and saying, oh, ain't nothing really gonna happen. Nothing really changes. My words mean nothing in the bigger scheme of things. Boy, how I was wrong. Everybody has a voice. Everybody has a part to play. Man, I mean, we have to fight for what we've been living with for the rest of our lives. We live with the rights to choose, to make our own choices, who we want to run this country, who we want to lead us. This man does not want you to have that right. And you content creators, y'all sitting there creating your content and you fail to realize that, again, I've said this in another video on TikTok. Yes, I've been on TikTok, and yes, they're going to shut it down. That's why I'm on here now, trying to build up my following and have live recordings. But for right now, I do post my videos on TikTok, and I'm trying to get started on YouTube. Now, I didn't want my channel to be about politics, because I'm a man about love, caring, understanding. I write poetry. I express myself through poetry. I'm not a very good writer. I was never a very good writer, but from what I was told, that I do write pretty good poetry. Now, let's skip past all that for the moment, and let's get back to the problem at hand, because it is a very big problem. And we're talking about all of you content creators out there. You have a huge following. Millions of people follow you guys. And you guys not saying anything or doing anything to voice your opinion about your freedom. This is about your freedom, and if you don't want it to be about your freedom, cool. We can we could flip the role and talking about it being something else. It's about your money. Because your content creates the money that you have in your pocket for you to live the lifestyle you live in. That's what that does. So you're creating content. You're putting content out there. Now, if your content does not meet Mr. Man's standards, he's going to sit there and shut you down too. Just like he wants to shut the news down. And you thinking that it cannot happen. We all thought that, hey, Roe versus Wade, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, will never happen. It happened. Contraceptives being taken away is happening as we speak. It's happening. Your right to vote, your right to free speech, he wants to take that away. That then works right now. You see, what bothers me is that you're still creating content, but you are not trying to fight for your freedom for your content, because you need to be free to create that content. So what you're going to do, wait until after the man becomes president and then start to speak up? It's going to be too late then, because you're at his will and all his followers will. And it's not many of them. It's not many of them. But he likes to fake that he's strong. The man is doing everything he's doing because he's scared of going to jail. So he's willing to burn down everything and anything around him to keep himself out of jail. Even sell his own family down the river to keep himself out of jail. Now, I understand that you have a right to speak up and you can sit there and be quiet all you want. And I've done that. And I want to create something, a little skit that I was working on. And I wanted Tyler Perry to help me get this skit out about this country, the growth of this country, the possibilities of this country, the beauty that this country can create. I wanted to have help in creating that video, that vision of what this country was, all the turmoil it went through, and all the fight it had to get to the point that it's at right now. I'm still trying to work that out. But I'm not a director or anything like that. I just have simple things in my mind, and I see big things for what I want to say. So in the beginning, this country just was beautiful. Beautiful. Rough, but beautiful. When most of these white folks that came here, sorry to say it like that, guys, but it is what it is. White folks came here, they didn't know how to survive here. But they needed help from the black people. Oh, I'm sorry, the Indians, which redskin, whatever you want to call it, black folks that already learned how to live off the land, that strived and fought and learned how to live off the land. We taught the white folks how to live here in America because they came from a Kusi country, had everything handed to them. Now they came here, they had to work hard for it. They got it. They get into where they wanted to go. They get into where they wanted to be. No, it wasn't pretty. It wasn't laid back and easy. They had to fight and work to get to the level where we are right now. Yes, it was racism. Yes, it was slavery here. But we fought and we built off of that to have a better life for ourselves. And you want a man like Donald Trump, somewhere over there, to take all that away. Why? Why? Because that's exactly what's going to happen. We're going to go backwards in time. He's trying to create a race war. He's trying to divide and separate us from working together. Who does that serve? Doesn't serve anyone here but him and Putin and all the other dictators around the world. Now, these dictators that's around the world, what do they all have in common? That's something that Donald Trump wants. Putin got billions of dollars laying around in his own personal account. He robbed his people for it. Kim Jong-un, same thing. Got billions of dollars laying around, robbed his people for it. The man who's in charge of China, same thing. He got billions of dollars laying around, and the people are suffering. But he's making money off of these people. All these dictators like to see people suffer to make themselves richer. That's Donald Trump's playbook. That's Donald Trump's dream. That is his wet dream. He gets excited off of that. So we're going to allow this man to take our freedoms, our rights away, to turn us into the rest of the people around the world that's being controlled by dictators. Man, I see so much more for this country. I see so much more for you. Not just for me, but for you. Because see, if I look out for you, you look out for me. If I fight for your rights, you will fight for my rights. If we fight for each other, work together to build a better nation, to make ourselves, or to create a world when we are better than what we were yesterday. What's wrong with that? That means most dictators will be out the door. That means most money-hungry people in this world will be less than we are, which is already less than we are anyway. But they like to control the narrative that money gives them power. That's what they feel. The money gives them power. They are wrong. Our free choice gives us power, which regulates them, which regulates Donald Trump, which Donald Trump does not like to be regulated. The Republicans does not like to be regulated. Because if you remember a little while ago, well, hell, it's just recent, Biden's son got convicted. He got convicted, right? And the only reason why he got convicted is because Donald Trump wanted it to be happen. Donald Trump wanted that to happen. And the Republicans followed suit with him. A corrupt man that raped women followed suit with him. And you want him to lead the country. You want him to lead us. Anytime that man does not like anything you say, trust me, he's going to be coming against you. Do you hear me when I say to you that that man will come against you? Your content creators, do you hear me when I tell you that your money is at risk just as well as everybody's livelihood is at risk? Because if we can't speak freely, we are slaves to another man. Another man that does not care about you, we are slaves too. Why would you want to live like that? So, fight for your right. Fight for freedom. Fight for me, and I'll fight for you. Fight to live free. Don't stand there and do nothing, or you will be enchained again by a man that does not care about you, by a man that wants to control you. So break the chain so you can feel free to speak, to live, to worship, to pray, to love freely with anyone that you choose to be with. Worship anyone that you choose to worship. God, hell, even Donald Trump, you choose to. But without that right to choose, you chained. Understand that you are chained. Remember that. I love you. God bless you. Fight for your right to be free. Vote. Not for the man. Vote for the document that sets us free. That ever-changing document that dictates how we should live, that guides us down that path of how we should live. If you think about it, that document, even though it's separate from the Bible, it changes, it grows, evolves every single year. Even though the words are the same, we all see it a little bit differently. We all learn from it a little bit differently. Just like the document. That document changes, evolves to give us more freedom, to give us rights to fight for. Don't let the document fall. Fight for that document. Vote for the document, not the man. Vote for the document, not the man. Donald Trump does not care about that document, so he's the wrong man to vote for. Be blessed. And I know I made so many videos today. I have no idea what's going on with me, but be blessed. I gotta go.